Hey everybody, Greg Grando here alongside Jack Arrington, our Chief Plumbing and Mechanical Inspector. And obviously it's getting a lot colder outside, and that means a lot of people are going to be firing up those heaters. So we wanted to go over some of the things you need to be thinking about and some of the things you need to be doing in order to stay safe this winter. So Jack, obviously people firing up those heaters, what do people need to be maybe looking for in those heaters, and what do they need to be listening for when they're turning those on for the first time?
Okay, when you start bringing your furnace on for the first time in the winter, one of the things I like to tell people to do is listen to it. Does it sound like it did when they were finishing up the heating season last year? Is it making any new noises? If you're having your furnace checked on at the first of the winter, which is a good idea for everyone to do, not necessarily just a service clean and check. There's difference in that. A clean and check, they basically change your filter and vacuum the compartments out. They don't take anything apart. If you get a service of that furnace, which is going to cost more, then they pull the blower out, they pull the burners out, they clean them all up, get all the dust and stuff out of them, they put the new filter in, they put the burners back, they do gas checks and stuff, they run the system through a cycle, make sure everything's running right, lighting right, and will be good for the season coming.
So it's important to know the difference between them. There's a cleaning and then there's an actual service.
There's an actual service.
And a lot of people have chimneys out there. What about
for your wood burning appliances and fireplaces? I always suggest having a chimney sweep in. Clean that chimney up at the first of each heating season so that you're ready for that year. Creosote fires and stuff started by not cleaning those chimneys is the biggest problem with those.
One other thing that we have to talk about when it comes to heat in the wintertime is carbon monoxide and detectors. That's something we take very seriously, and our inspectors are almost always looking for out in the field.
Yes. Any inspection that we do in the field that requires the inspector to go inside the home, they look for CO detectors. It's required on all those inspections. That CO detector should be located on all floor levels that have bedrooms. If they locate that CO detector in the bedroom, then they have to put it in each bedroom. So you want it, if you're just using one for that level, put it in a common area like the hallway, sitting room if you got it, something like that, so that it's on that level and it'll take care of it. That is the code that we enforce on CO detectors.
And that's important to point out, that each level, because a lot of people I know we've seen just say, well, all I need is one, right? One CO detector for the whole house. Right. That's not the case.
That's not the case. You want one on each level that has bedrooms, and then you're taken care of.
What about putting them in the mechanical room? Some people think, well, that's probably where the problem's coming. They'll just put it right in the mechanical room, right next to the heater.
Yeah, a CO detector in the mechanical room will give you false readings, because as you get your starts of your equipment in there, especially if you're not a sealed combustion type unit, you will get some CO readings in there, you will get some gas readings in there. They will set those off on the lighting process, which is a normal process that appliance goes through. So that's not a good place to locate them.
What about the exact location of where you put it, as far as on the ceiling or on the wall or low, high? Where should it go?
I always suggest to people that they look at the instructions that came with the unit and mount it to their instructions, because that's where they've tested them to get the best working spot for their type detector. Otherwise, you can mount them low on the wall, high on the wall, on the ceiling. When CO comes into that area, it covers the whole area. It doesn't go up, down.
It's not like smoke from a fire. Right. It just goes to the roof.
It just inhibits the whole airspace.
And this CO, it's dangerous. I mean, it's called the silent killer. This is no joke. You've seen a lot of cases in the past over the years. You've been doing this. Kind of give us some of the stories that kind of have stood out to you.
I've had inspectors who, when they go out to homes to do inspections, they find, you know, that people have had CO leaks and it's made them feel nauseous and kind of sickly. And as we go through doing the inspections, we find some of the things that could be wrong. We've been out and people were sick the first time we was there. They have other people come out and check the job. When we go back the next time, the people tell us they're feeling better than they have in months.
Right.
And they've got a new furnace and stuff because the furnace was bad. We used to have a problem in Colorado Springs over in some apartments on the east side of town here, where they had loss of life over there for several years in a row. And through, I like to think, some of the things we've done to make people aware of CO in Colorado Springs, we haven't had that issue for a couple, 3 years now. And I like to think we had something to do with that. Can't prove that, but
Right.
I like to think we did.
Well,
So,
and that's why we're doing this, right?
Yes.
It's always good to remind people. Maybe people already know about this,
Yeah.
but a fresh reminder certainly won't hurt. But this
Yeah.
is crucial information, and now's the time because it's getting cold outside.
Anytime I talk about CO in other places, I go do startups for classes for the Enhance MEC 4 class, and I always talk about making people aware is the big thing. If people are aware, you save lives that way. Just because they're aware, okay, there could be a problem here, now they're looking for it.
Okay. All right, Jack, anything else?
I think that pretty well covers it.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thanks for hanging with us, everybody. Again, this is just crucial information. We really want you guys to pay attention as you turn on those heaters and fire up those fireplaces for the first time as we head into the winter. Stay safe out there.